How many African films have you seen? Quickly. For me, it hasn't really been a lot, which is why I had to make this list. Special shout out to David Floyd for leaving this comment under my last video. Make sure you guys leave a comment under this video so you can be featured in the next one. Let me know what African film you feel more people should watch. Now, Africa is a continent with 54 countries, so for every movie I list, I will say which country they're from. First up, I have This Is Not a Burial, It's a Resurrection. It is a Lesotho film that came out in 2019. Honestly, what drew me in was the name and the cover. It's about an 80-year-old widow who winds up her affairs and makes arrangements for her burial, but when her village is threatened with resettlement due to the construction of a reservoir, she finds a new will to live and ignites a spirit of resistance within her community. I read that and found it so intriguing and interesting. I cannot wait to watch this movie. I know it's available to watch on Criterion Channel, which a lot of these movies on this list are, so I will be signing up for that subscription. Next, I have Black Girl that came out in 1966, and it is a Senegalese film. I've been seeing the director Ousmane Sembene for a while, and I have like the movies added to my watch list, and I think it's finally time to just jump into it. Joanna, a Senegalese woman aspiring for a better life, takes the job of a governess for a French family. However, things become complicated when they treat her as a maid and she faces racism. This is one of those movies where I see a lot of my movie mutuals on TikTok talk about. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna add it to the watch list. I'm gonna watch it. It's available to watch on HBO Max. Next, I have Hyenas, which came out in 1992 and is also a Senegalese film, but this is directed by Djibril Diop Mambéty, about a rich woman who returns to her poor, deserted hometown to propose a deal to the populace, her fortune, in exchange for the death of a man who years earlier abandoned her and left her with his child. It's a comedy drama and the premise is so funny and interesting. I'm really excited about watching this movie. I've been reading up on the director, Djibril Diop Mambéty, and I am just so intrigued by the types of movies he makes, and I am really excited to watch this one. Next, I have Talking About Trees, which came out in 2019 and is a Sudanese film, and it's about four friends who, in an attempt to revive an old cinema in Sudan, encounter insurmountable resistance. The film, which focuses on the history of Sudanese cinema, also sheds light on the current situation in this crisis-ridden country. Another movie available to watch on the Criterion Channel. I heard about this movie. I think I might have found it on like a Letterboxd list when I was looking for African movies and African films, which is also why I love Letterboxd, because you can just do that. It's very good for discoverability. And it's a documentary, and I was just so interested to see for other film lovers and filmmakers make a documentary about saving a film theater. So I'm really excited to watch this. I'm excited to watch all of these, but I'm really excited to watch this. Next, I have I Am Not a Witch, It's a Zambian film that came out in 2017, and it's about Shula, who, after being convicted of witchcraft, is brought to live in a penal colony where witches do hard labor in service of the government. I went to watch the trailer for this, and I was surprised how it's more of like a satirical drama. It sounds a lot more serious, but when you watch the trailer, and I'm assuming the movie, it feels a little more like satire. And it's available to watch on Tubi, so you guys can watch this movie for the free ski. Next, I have West Indies, The Fugitive Slaves of Liberty. It is a Mauritanian film that came out in 1979, directed by Med Honda, which is also another well-known African director. This movie is actually a musical. It's in the Criterion Collection, and it takes place aboard a giant slave ship in an abandoned factory, and the history of the West Indies is traced through several centuries of French oppression. The ship becomes a stage for the people to tell stories via song and dance. I have never heard of a movie like this. I've seen like some of my movie mutuals talk about it, and it intrigued me every time. And it's like, I think it's been sitting on a watch list long enough, and I think it's time to watch. It's available to rent on YouTube, or you can watch it on the Criterion Channel. Tuki Buki is a Senegalese film, also directed by Djibril Diop Mambéty. And I have seen video essays about this movie, and I still have not watched this movie. It's about Maury, a cowherd with a motorcycle, and Anta, a university student, They both meet in Dakar, and subsequently they hatch various schemes to raise money for a Paris trip to escape their life in Senegal. The cinematography, from just watching the trailer, even hearing how Martin Scorsese talks about this movie, it's just, I've been seeing this movie everywhere, and this movie has been begging me to watch it. So if you haven't seen it, I think you should watch it too. And it's available to watch on Mubi. Next, I have A Screaming Man, which is a Chadian film, and it came out in 2010. This movie is about Adam Usman, who is a pool attendant at a local resort. And when the new managers decide to downsize, he loses his job to his own son. Shattered by the turn of events, Adam is pressured into contributing to the Chadian war effort. With no money to speak of, the only asset he can donate is his son. This film seems very heavy, but when I looked at the trailer, it just seems, the trailer is so beautifully shot. The performance in the trailer from the man who plays Adam, Yusuf, that's all I needed. That's all I needed to see for me to be sad. And I want y'all to watch it. And I'm gonna watch it, and I want y'all to watch it so we can talk about it. It's available to watch on Tubi. Tubi and a Criterion channel, they got the African films for you. Next, I have The Little Girl Who Sold the Sun. It came out in 1999 and is also a Senegalese film. The Senegalese films? That's like the 4th or 5th Senegalese film. I think I like what Senegal got going on. But The Little Girl Who Sold the Sun is about a young girl with a physical disability who arrives in Dakar and challenges the conventions of boys selling newspapers on the street. This seems actually very, very heartwarming, and I can't wait to watch it. It's available to watch on Canopy. Next, I have Return of an Adventurer, also known as Hands Up, and it's actually a short film that came out in 1966. It's a Nigerian film, not Nigerian, but Nigerian. And it's about a man who came back from the US to his village in Niger, and he brings American Western outfits to his close friends who immediately identify with cowboys. Naturally, a bloody Western begins in the savannah. It's available to watch on the Criterion channel. It's another movie that I found just looking through on Letterboxd, and I was interested in the poster and the title, and then I did some digging, and I was just like, this looks so hard. Like, I love films that look like, let's just go out and shoot something. And this film looks like exactly that. And it just looks fun. It came out in 1966. I've been watching old movies. I actually can't wait to watch this short film. Next, I have The Blazing Sun that came out in 1954. It's an Egyptian film, and it's about a wealthy landlord who floods and destroys a village on purpose to prevent the people living there from making a profit off their crops. What he doesn't know is that his own daughter, Amal, is in love with Ahmed, a young man from the village. Y'all know I love me a good love story. It came out in the 50s, so it's an old school love story. It looks dramatic. I can't wait to watch this movie. Another movie available on the Criterion channel. Next, I have Waiting for Happiness. It came out in 2002, and it is a Mauritanian film, and it is about Abdallah, who travels back home to Mauritania to visit his mother. He notices how everything's changed, including him, and it doesn't feel like home anymore. I like how the movie looks, and I like what it has going on, and I feel like this subject matter is something that isn't often talked about, of like going home and it not feeling like home anymore. And I'm so interested to see how this is gonna play out. When I was trying to find it, I couldn't find it except just on YouTube. So after you watch this video, go watch that movie and tell me what y'all think. Next, I have Life on Earth. It came out in 1998, and it is a Malian film, and it's about Draman, who returns to his father's village in Sokolo, Mali, just before the turn of the 21st century. A bike stroll around town makes him reflect on the significance of time passing at the dawn of a new millennium. As everybody goes on with their daily tasks, Sokolo might as well be the center of the world. Now, what is so frustrating to me is I watched the trailer, I seen the poster, I read the title. I could not find this movie anywhere. So if you find yourself on one of them sites, I'm not gonna be mad at you, because some of these movies are, without the Criterion channel and Tubi, they are not accessible. That's crazy. And last but not least, I have Yilen or Yelen. It came out in 1987, and it is another Malian film. It was directed by Souleymane Cissé, who is another African director that I wanted to get into. And it's about a young man with magical powers who journeys to his uncle to request help in fighting his sorcerer father. I love Black people and magic. So I will be watching this. It's available to watch on Canopy, so you better join me. But I do have one honorable mention because I technically recommended this movie in another video, but I just wanted to reiterate, My Father's Shadow is a Nigerian film and it came out this year. It's one of the best movies I have seen all year. I have constantly been giving it shine and encouraging everybody I know to watch this movie. It discusses fatherhood, it discusses brotherhood. It's so rich. It's so rich. Y'all need to watch it, and it's available to watch on Mubi. So there you have it. Africa is a continent with 54 countries, and I only recommended 14 movies. So I encourage you guys to expand your movie taste. Watch some movies that you never thought to watch before. This channel is all about being curious about film. So if there are any African movies that you guys want to recommend that you feel are underseen, leave them down in the comments. And while you're down there, make sure you hit that subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.